what's up guys, it's Blunt Guts, and today I got a banger story time for you guys. But yeah guys, like and subscribe, and enough yapping, let's just get right into it. Now I don't know what I'm gonna title this video. It's probably gonna be like sneaking into a tweaker's house, or fucking going into a tweaker's house, going to a crazy person's house. But basically, let me give you a backstory on the main character of this story. I'm not gonna fake any names here. His name is Howard. So this story time takes place when I'm in like 7th grade. At this point I'm like 13 or 14. Actually I'm like 13 at this point in time, and this dude Howard, he's like 22. So basically, if you guys didn't know, at this point in time I was always outside. I was a skater. Me and the homies, we'd be 20 deep at the skate park. We'd be literally like 30 deep at the skate park, right? And we'd always see this weird ass tweaker type of guy walking around the park. He was literally there every day. Like, we'd see him just meditating in the middle of a field. We'd see him like praying to a fucking tree. Every time he would see us, he would like try to buy weed off of us, or he would ask us for weed. And for a little bit we thought he was like very weird, but then we started finding him funny. Like, every time we'd see him, he'd come up to us and he'd like hold up a flower to our face and ask us if he's turning it blue. Like, he genuinely thought he was a magician, bro. He actually practiced what he thought was called black magic. But yeah guys, this guy Howard, he was like 22, 23 years old, and basically his backstory is kind of rough. So apparently Howard used to be a normal guy. I guess something happened in his mind where he just like completely switched to like this schizophrenic, insane type of guy. Like, when he was in high school, he was going in and out of mental hospitals, and he would tell us that the mental hospital people were literally like demons. He would tell us how they would make him take medicine, how they would turn him into zombies. He would say that he used to see demons walking around the halls. And then he also told us about the time where when he went to his high school, he brought a bag of like 4 guns to his high school just to flex. This dude was genuinely off a sick one, bro. Like, this dude is genuinely a school risk. He said he turned like schizophrenic, and that he sees stuff, and that he knows magic now, and all this type of weird, crazy shit, right? And the thing is, his house is very abusive. Like, his mom would like threaten him with a knife, and she even locked his ID in a safe, and he hasn't had his ID in years. So he couldn't get a job, and he really didn't want to because he didn't have his ID, right? All he wanted to do was focus on black magic and meditating in the park. So yeah guys, at this point in time, I'm pretty sure it's the summertime after 7th grade year. So as usual, we're at the skate park, we're like 20 deep, just chilling, and Howard, he comes up to us. And you know, we're talking like usual, he's showing us his magic tricks, and out of the blue, he asks us if we want to go see his secret. Now we're all interrogating him. We're like, yo, what's your secret? What's your secret? He's like, I can't tell you guys, bro. I can't tell you guys. Not even the police can know this. He tells us that he has a secret in his closet that we can't know about, nobody can know about, including the police. So we're like, alright, what the fuck is this guy on? Does he have a fucking body in his fucking closet on some Jeffrey Dahmer timing? At this point, we're very sketched out of this dude. We're like, yo, what the fuck? But then he said he's not gonna tell us, he's gonna show us if we go to his house. But he only said people he trusts can go there, and he only said that like 2 or 3 people can pull up. Now nobody wanted to go at this point in the conversation. Most people like just skated away, just started skating around the skate park. They just walked away and were like, yo, this guy's fucking tweaking. But of course I was curious, guys. Of course I wanted to get into some shit. Of course I wanted to see what this guy had. I was the only guy who truly wanted to go, but the other homie who goes by the name Damien, he's also in the abandoned building story time. Damien was like a year older than me, and he always was down for an adventure. He was always down to do some crazy shit. So he was like, you know what, bro, I'll go with you. And we're about to start going, but one of the older homies he's like, nah, bro, you guys aren't going alone. I'm gonna have to go there to protect you. Now, I don't know what Howard had against black people, bro. I'm not gonna lie, he's very racist. Howard is a very racist person. He's like Chinese. But the older homie who wanted to come with us, let's just call him Andrew. He was a black kid, and he was 16 years old, and he was like the homie who would like try to keep us safe and make sure we're going on the right path type shit, right? Now Howard did not want him in his crib. Howard did not trust him. He did not like black people. Andrew, he was like, nah bro, if they're going then I have to go. So Howard was like, alright. Around 16 of our homies, literally our entire friend group at the park at that moment, they were all begging us not to go. They thought we were gonna get killed. They thought we were gonna get fucking chopped up. So yeah guys, we start walking to his house. His house was very close. It was literally across the street from the park. Now at this point, I'm starting to get a little nervous, because as we're about to walk into the fucking house, literally as we're about to walk up to the door and open it, Howard just looks back at us and he says, The black guy always dies first in a horror movie, huh? And he starts laughing, bro. Bro, I'm not gonna lie, that shit was the red flag of death. We were like, yo, what the fuck? As soon as he said that, our hearts dropped, and I know that Andrew's heart dropped so fast. I already know bro got chills down his spine when he said that, because who the fuck says that shit? We were already very creeped out, bro. We were already very fucking like skeptical of this dude. He was telling us that not even the police can know about what's in his closet. On top of that, he's an insane, crazy person. And on top of that, he just said the black person always dies first in the movie, right? Like, what the fuck? So ignoring all the red flags, Howard opens the door and we walk into the house. Now this house was pretty small, right? It probably had like 3 bedrooms, 1 bathroom. It was 1 story. The kitchen and the living room were literally all in the same room. Before walking in, we thought it would be like some trap house type of vibe, that we thought it would like be abandoned basically, right? We walk in, it's like a pretty nice, well-kept house. Like, you would have never thought this crazy fool would be living there. And we literally see a Chinese family in the kitchen. Now, the first person we saw was his crazy mom, who he says always tries to stab him and threaten him with a knife. This is the same person who locks his ID in a safe. We also see this old guy, and we also look into this room, and there's like some little Chinese kids like running around in there, and we're like, yo, what the fuck? We wave at them, we say hi, we're not trying to be rude, right? They're looking at us like, yo, what the fuck are you guys doing in here? They didn't even say anything to us, bro. This was like some Get Out. This house had like a Get Out type of vibe. Like, at any moment, I was literally expecting the fucking entire family to start pulling up on us with knives and shit. So we go down this little tiny ass hallway and we get to his room, right? And we open the door and it's exactly what you'd expect from a crazy guy. As soon as we walk in, we see this nightstand and it has like this ritual type of stuff going on. It has like powders and fucking Arabic type of writing. There's like a bunch of weird statues everywhere of like people with like 8 arms. There's fucking like weird spirit demon type of statues. There's like these Harry Potter type books all over the floor. Like, it's like these books that say like black magic, how to do black magic, all this weird ass stuff, right? So yeah, we walk in, he closes the door behind us. We're paranoid, bro. We think he's about to start shooting at us. We don't know what this guy's about to do. We don't know if he's gonna get possessed by Satan himself and start fucking taking our eyes out of our heads. We're scared, right? Like, our heads are on a swivel basically, right? He closed the door and for some reason he locks it behind us. So we're like, yo, that shit's kind of weird. We didn't really say anything, but we were like looking at each other like, what the fuck, right? Now, he doesn't show us his secret right away. He doesn't show us what's in his closet right away. He's just showing us around his room and all his books and all the weird shit that he has. Here and there, while he's showing us his stuff, he would like start meditating or something, I guess. His eyes would roll in the back of his head and then he'd start like speaking this random language. So after like 5 or 10 minutes of being in this room, he's like trying to see if we're trustworthy or not, and eventually he finally decides to show us his secret. Now at this point, me, Andrew, and Damien, we're like scared, bro. Like, we're ready to be traumatized or ready to be overwhelmed. We're like, we don't know what to expect, right? At this point, we literally think we're about to see a dead body in this guy's closet. He goes up to his closet, he's about to open it. We're expecting to like see some horrifying shit. Bro, tell me why the secret in his closet was just this elephant statue. It was this weird mix of like an elephant mixed with like this Buddha type of thing, and it had like 8 arms. It was this weird ass statue that he had. This statue was the thing that he didn't want the police to know about, and we're like, yo bro, what the fuck are you talking about? It's a fucking statue. And he's looking at us and he's like, wait, you guys don't see it? You guys don't see it? You guys don't see he's talking and he's moving? Bro, he tells us to get on our knees. No diddy, he tells us to get on our knees. Me and Damien, we get on our knees in the middle of the room. Fucking Andrew, he's sitting on the bed or something and he's like watching all this go down. He's like, yo, what the fuck is this shit? Howard tells us to get on our knees and he starts praying to this statue and he starts bugging, bro. He starts going back into this trance, speaking this fucking horror movie ass language. His eyes are rolling in the back of his head. Me and Damien, we're pretending like we're doing it, but in reality, we're just watching him. We're watching him tweak out. He keeps saying over and over again to keep looking at the statue because he said that all the 8 arms on the statue were moving and waving at him. We knew this guy was crazy, but at this point, we realized that this guy is actually fucking purely schizophrenic. So yeah, that was very underwhelming. We're expecting to see something crazy, but that's not the end of this story. So at this point, we've been in the crib for like 15 minutes And when he gets done praying to this fucking little weird ass statue, he gets up and he pulls out these 2 bags. Now I'm not gonna lie, bro, these bags, I thought they were bud at first, but when he showed us the labeling was like in all like Arabic type of writing. I don't even know what language it was, but it looked like Arabic. Whatever it was, it definitely wasn't English, and it definitely wasn't Chinese, bro. And there was like these weird, I'm not even joking, there was like these weird hieroglyphic images on the fucking bag. And I can't remember what the other bag was called, what the stuff in it was called, but I know for a fact one of the things inside the bag, it was called wormwort. Yeah, you heard me right, guys. It sounds like some shit from sounds like some shit you'd collect in the nether from Minecraft. This thing was called wormwort. Now on the labeling, it says some stuff like lucid dreaming, like hallucinations, all type of like third eye, all that type of stuff, right? Like weird shit. This dude packs a bowl and he starts chiefing it. Howard asked us if we wanted to do it. Damien and Andrew were like, hell no. I was also like, hell no. But I'm not gonna lie, me being a dumbass kid, I was curious and I took the bowl and I chiefed that. We chiefed it and I thought I would be like tweaking out. I literally thought I would die. I low-key regretted it after I did it, but it literally did nothing. Now after a few minutes of all this craziness, we get a knock at the door. At first the doorknob is like twisting and turning, but remember, he locked it, right? He locked the door. I don't know why, but he locked the door. And then we hear heavy knocking on the door, bro. It sounds like someone's trying to fucking bust through this shit. It sounds like the fucking FBI is doing a raid right now. So Howard, he starts bugging out, bro. He puts his bowl away and he runs up to his closet and fucking closes it like he has some fucking bad shit in there when it's literally just a big statue. He unlocks the door. I'm thinking it's gonna be his mom. I'm thinking it's gonna be like some old Chinese person that was in the house, right? I'm thinking it's gonna be somebody he knows. When he opens the door, I see the entire skate park packed into that little hallway. Remember guys, I was like 20 deep at the skate park at this time. Tell me why everybody that we were hanging out with at the skate park was inside the hallway of this house. Damien, Andrew, and me were looking at each other like, how the fuck did they know where we were at? And how did they even get in the house, bro? And Damien and Andrew said that they didn't even invite these people over. They didn't even give him the location. But yeah guys, this was a crazy sight. He opens the door and we see literally like 15 people packed into this tiny little hallway. The first face I see is this little black kid. His name is Javon, right? This guy, I've had him in a couple story times. This guy is actually fucking insane. Like I remember one time we were on the bus with Javon and we were by like the LA County jail in downtown LA. And out of nowhere, this fool Javon just starts screaming as loud as he can on the bus. He just starts screaming. Yeah guys, this kid was actually insane, but Howard opens the door and Javon is the first person I see. Towering over him is like fucking all the older people and all the other people around my age. So me, Andrew, and Damien, we all start walking out. We start walking out of the crib. There's like fucking 17 to 21 people packed inside this crib. The whole family is looking at us like, what the fuck? Like, who are you guys, bro? What is my son doing? They were looking at us like, bro, who the fuck are these people? So we're walking out of the house, right? We get outside the house. We're in like the front area. As we're walking away, we see on the side of the house, Howard fucking jumps out of his window. When he jumped out of the window, he fucking jumped out of the screen and the screen fucking flew out of the window with him. And we all stop in our tracks, bro. We're watching this dude do this. He's like struggling to get the fucking broken screen out off his legs and shit. Me and all the homies were looking at each other. We're like, yo, what the fuck? This dude is tripping, bro. And he looks at us and he tells us that he locked himself in his own room. And I'm not gonna lie, bro, that made no sense because the lock, you could literally unlock it from inside. How did he lock himself in his own room? But yeah, this was truly insane. As we start walking back to the park, then we start asking them, we're like, yo, how did you know we were here? How did you get inside? Now I forgot who it was exactly, but either Andrew or Damien, one of them had previously shared their location with the homies. Like some of the homies would always have each other's location. I don't know why. I guess just to know where they're at or something in case they need help. And I guess Damien and Andrew like completely forgot that they shared their location. So that's how they knew where we were at. Regarding how they got in, they said they literally just opened the door and walked in. They didn't even knock. They said the door was unlocked and they just walked in. The family didn't do anything, bro. Imagine like fucking 18 people walking into your crib and not doing anything about it. But yeah, guys, appreciate everybody showing support. If you made it this far into the video, that must mean you like it. So like and subscribe for more weekly content, and I'm out. Peace.